Um, Again, I think that there's a little bit more to it. We need domestic demand for treasuries, and until they've solved the yield piece on the Genius Act, I think they're going to continue to kick the can. I do think that they could force their hand on that if there was a systemic event that required us to soak up that demand very quickly. They would probably come to a resolution very quickly on whatever the regulation was going to be, just like they did with COVID. I mean, they pushed stuff through in like 3 days when there's enough pressure, right? So I think that could end up being the situation that we find ourselves in, but I do think that that's the missing piece for them to move forward on everything. And obviously, to your point, the U.S. and Japan are working in lockstep in order to be able to push this to whatever point is necessary to make sure that we can de-risk the bond market and stabilize that when all of this unwinds. 7U says someone in the mastermind said Basel III and XRP licenses are needed before XRP settles stock. Is that true? Does XRP need anything beyond the reverse carry trade for a high price? So Basel III is going to require everything to be backed and audited for the gold and commodities and other markets. In order to actually be able to enforce that, you need it on chain. So I don't think so.